Keep that shit 100.
It's a blood clot Roy joint, bitch.
Keep that shit 100. If they do, I'm surprised. We know that they coming. Tell the truth when I die. Keep that shit 100. If they do, I'm surprised. We know that they coming. Tell the truth when I die. Keep that shit 100. If they do, I'm surprised.
All right, we are back. This is part two.
We got another artist in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Trying to build it up.
All right, so this is episode 103, part two.
Part two.
And my name is Kurt Dog, and this is
Howard and my man.
C Pitt, what it do?
C Pitt. So, in 5 years, y'all gonna remember this interview. I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna remember this. So, we're gonna interview my man C Pitt. We're gonna talk about some music. We're gonna talk about a whole lot of things, and bring y'all some more flavor from here in North Carolina. So, let me start off by asking you, like, are you originally from here? From North Carolina?
I grew up in North Carolina.
Okay.
Originally from Long Island, New York.
Okay.
Bounced around. I think we lived in
Switch that.
Virginia for a little bit.
No, the camera so it can, angle it for him, Howard.
Oh,
So you can make sure.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just show him weight. Yeah, there you go.
Like this.
Yeah,
Bam.
my bad. That's good.
Okay.
All right, so
So
what
everybody in
you
the shop you can. Or if you want to place it on top of that. I don't know. But yeah,
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. So yeah, originally I was born in New York, Long Island.
Okay.
My grandma was helping my mom out a little bit with me and my brother. I got an older brother. So I think we went to Virginia for a year or two after New York. And then I bounced around North Carolina. So I lived in Fayetteville,
Okay.
Greensboro, High Point, obviously. Outskirts of Charlotte, Salisbury type stuff. So but not long. I grew up here though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we bounced around. So
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm from New York myself.
Yeah.
From New York City. I was born in Harlem.
okay.
Raised mostly in the Bronx, and then I moved down here because my parents were from the South. So when my father wanted to retire, he came back here because this is his home.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll come with you, give it a try. Just kind of stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cozy here. It's
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah, tea and sweet tea and biscuits. That's what I do to y'all. Y'all, you get
tea
no
and
other.
biscuits.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's
that's
how
good.
they got
Got you, bitch.
Right. Right. That's exactly how they got me. The damn Bojangles biscuits and shit. I remember the first time I tasted a Bojangles biscuit when they used to be the shit back in the day. Now they
They still, they still good though.
They alright to me. I don't know. I don't think they still as good as they used to be, but I remember the first time, cause see, that was my first job down here. My first job was a Bojangles, so every time I went on break, I was like, just give me 10 biscuits. Just give me 10 biscuits.
Damn.
And, I just kept eating them, but, and the sweet tea, like you said, it'll get you. It'll get you, so.
Sound be like, yeah, put North Carolina, put New York on the phone. Yeah, I ain't coming back.
Yeah, look at, I ain't coming back. Take care. That's pretty much what it was, you know what I mean? So, what genre of music do you focus on, or do you do multi-genres of music?
I'll just say hip hop.
Okay.
Hip hop is so unorthodox. It sounds like it's a bunch of different genres.
That's
but
true.
It's the same thing.
And I've been saying, we talked about this before, that we should have different genres of hip hop. You know what I mean? That we should kind of officially classify, you got soft rock, hard rock, metal.
True.
We should make more official stuff like that. We believe, I know I feel like that, and I think you said you agree with that too.
Yeah, well, Joey Badass kind of made that, and I think it was. I mean, we kind of talked about that beforehand, but I think it would be good. I mean, because that way, certain trap artists would get their respects because, people can actually give them a better look, as opposed to everybody just running up into one. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. So
I don't really think it matters personally. I guess, and if you want to know, I guess what you're getting into. If you don't want to necessarily search through a whole artist's discography,
right?
And you're in a certain mood for a certain type of music.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's a trap rapper, or this guy's got a certain style. I mean, I guess like that. But overall, I don't really think it matters. Hip hop is just free expression. So
pretty much,
so it's inclusive. That's what hip hop was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kanye talk about that all the time. You know, he was the guy that started the polo rap and the backpacking and, you know what I'm saying, the pink polo, you know. But.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Kanye, we talked about the last segment. He just dropped the album yesterday. Jesus is Born this time. So
what is it? Is there vocals on it? Was it an instrumental tape? Or is it just the choir singing?
Nah, it's just him rapping it.
He's rapping on it?
Yes, from what I understand. I haven't heard it, but they said it's like, I think 19 songs. And it's
he dropped 2 albums. You talking about the one he put out yesterday?
Yeah.
The Jesus
is Born.
Okay, so he is rapping on that?
From what I understand. I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I just
haven't
heard it.
Yeah.
But, you know, he just dropped Jesus is King 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And now it's Jesus is Born because, you know, the whole Christmas Day is supposed to be about the birth of Jesus or whatever. So, you know, check that out. You know what I mean? We going to see I don't know, but they just said he got a good amount of songs on it. And, you know, I guess he just been in the studio.
I thought the last one was dope. I don't know what people were talking about. They said it was bad. Like,
I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was kind of average. It was just like, oh, okay. You know, I heard some dope beats. There was some beats I was like, oh, this beat is knocking. And then, you know, when it came to like the rhymes and the music, I just felt like it wasn't like top tier Kanye. I just felt like it was just him doing some average rapping. Yeah. That was just my opinion.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody, I wouldn't say it was bad per se. It was just more so kind of standard for me.
I feel like it's all about what you into, too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what your mood is. Because, like, another thing is I feel like artists got to evolve. Like, me personally, it's not necessarily that I don't want to hear from the same artist, but, like, there's certain type of music I don't feel like listening to every single day.
Right.
You know,
that's true.
There's some days I want to hear bars. There's some days I want to hear melody. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can either go to a different artist for these different types of, you know, feed my hunger. You know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I can appreciate when an artist doesn't stay in the same lane.
Very
so
true.
It's like you got to ask yourself what you want. Like, there's some people who only want to hear Eminem rap bars. I don't think a lot of people want to hear Eminem do like a melodic song, but he could. But what if he dropped a hot ass song with a dope ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, So I don't know, but yeah, it's all opinion. It's all preference. You know. Well, I personally liked it though. I liked it. You know?
Yeah, and I did. It was a couple songs where I was like, okay.
The production, really, the beats.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah, because he's evolved into such a good producer, man. It's like I don't even know how he thinks of this stuff, but you could tell he just buries himself in the studio.
Yeah.
And so he listens for random stuff that he could just say, oh, I could put that with this in. So he's one of those, you know what I mean? So, but since we're talking about him, do you ever feel like you would do gospel hip hop like him?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say yes or no. That's not really what I do.
Yeah.
But like, I see what he tried to do.
Yeah.
It's gospel, but it's still hip hop.
Yeah,
like, you can hear, that's what I'm saying. Like, could I see myself doing an album like that? Yeah. Right. Not necessarily like every single song to where I gotta praise God, you know, like a hard Christian, because I'm not. But you know, I believe in God. But like, I saw what he tried to do with the album. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the production more than anything. Like, I don't think he tried to make a lyrical album.
Right.
So people are expecting and saying, you know, it wasn't Kanye's best album or it was trash, but like he wasn't trying to do a lyrical album. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I just took it for face value.
I feel you.
Yeah, I took it for what it was, and I thought it was dope.
I will say this though, I think if he did some shit like when he did crack music, if you really listen to that, that's heavily gospel influence.
Yeah, I feel like
if he did some shit like that and that been that album.
Yeah, but I feel like you can hear a little bit of gospel. Yeah, for real though. I feel like you can hear a little bit of gospel though in some of his older work too.
Yeah.
You can kind of see he was going to eventually get to this point. Right. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Walks, wouldn't that come out like 05? Like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, he been kind of like on that wave, and his beats are just crazy.
Yeah, I can tell you.
His beats are wild.
So yeah,
it's not a far left turn. Like, it's not completely left if you think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go back. You know what I'm saying? It was always kind of there.
Yeah,
but
that's true. You know, big shout out to Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, we might have you on the show one day when we get a bigger budget.
Curtis don't have all the answers, man. You don't have all the answers, Curtis.
House, man, house.
Still funny.
Yo, shit. That's hilarious, man. Yo, we might need to get Kanye back in some interviews because you know it always got to go somewhere when he in an interview. But yeah, did you have a question?
Well, yeah, man. Let's talk about you, man. So you know what are you about, and you know the hip hop and all that stuff. What projects you got coming up and things like that.
I'm dropping a project. I was supposed to drop it a few weeks ago. I'm just working on it, tweaking it. I'm just trying to make relatable music.
Yeah,
I don't want to just put anything out. I can put it out, you know what I'm saying? My album is done.
It's done.
You know what I'm saying? If I put it out, really it's just like for the people who kind of like already been following me, they're going to like appreciate, you know, what I put out regardless. Because once you gain a fan, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to rock with you regardless. Some people going to listen and that you might not have the same people, but like there's certain, that core fan base, those are the people that's going to listen every single time you drop something.
Absolutely.
You know, and I could put it out to satisfy them, but at the same time, I am trying to, you know, reach new audiences and things like that. So I got to be mindful and not just cater to me and my core fan base.
Exactly.
But I got to also cater to new people. So I feel like Drake does a good job about that with that too.
Let's clap that up. That's a smart answer.
That's definitely a good answer.
So that's what I'm working on. Yeah, I got some new music coming out. I got so many songs. I could drop 3 projects right now. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people feel like they gotta prove, you know how good of a worker they are, and how much and how fast they can do. Like I said, I got like 100 songs, 200 songs.
Hey,
I could easily put out 3-4 albums if I want
Well,
to. But it's about quality.
Yeah,
you want songs that's gonna have replay value. It's gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's talk about that because we was, you know, the other guy that, well, I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but the other guy that was in here, we were talking about Andre 3000, and he was talking about like, you know, we were talking about how Andre was like, you know, at the point like I just don't feel like doing it.
He's uninspired.
Yeah.
You talking about the Rick Rubin interview that he did?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I saw snippets, heard snippets and things.
So I mean, I'm not saying that you're not inspired. I mean, obviously.
Well, no, I understand.
But do you?
I relate to that.
Yeah,
I relate to that.
So you're kind of like, you know, what you're telling me, or us rather, is like, you know, these projects, like, yeah, I could drop all these out, but you kind of want everything to be kind of like of a quality.
You got a standard for yourself. You know,
yeah.
You got to have that. I agree with that. You got to have a standard for yourself of quality.
And when I say quality, I mean undeniable. Like, I'm not recording in a multi-million-dollar studio.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like I said, replay value, relatability. How many people can really connect with it? How many people gonna play it back? You know what I'm saying? That's quality music.
Yeah.
And anybody can drop a song. Chris Brown dropped 100 tracks on a damn mixtape last year. Wasn't it like 100 songs or something?
Yeah,
it was some shit like that. So anybody can do that, but like I said, I want songs that's gonna last. So that's what I'm working on right now. Just, you know, tweaking everything and getting it as relatable as possible.
So what is the I guess what I would say, what is the formula to having like in this day and age, 2019 coming up on 2020, having like that type of, you know, longevity and, you know, getting back? What would be the formula to that? Because you got, I mean, like, you know, you got a lot of these people, you know, constantly putting out, and it's like, yeah, you hear it, but then it's like, you know, it's down. You hear it like
the next one.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
People's attention spans are short. It's hard to kind of like, you know, feel that hunger. You know, everything is so right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just the way everything is structured. I mean, even with the social media, videos on Instagram, minute long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to put more than a minute, you got to do the IGTV.
Right.
Everything is given to us in doses. And that's because of the attention span. So I don't really feel like there's like, I can't really tell you what the formula is in terms of longevity, because I feel like shit's always changing, especially with this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything's changing. Like people were getting the rap game a lot different in 2014 than they are now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell, that's only, what, 5 years?
That's what I'm saying. So it's rapidly changing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's new algorithms and people are getting viral in different ways. So there's no right or wrong formula. You just got to kind of
find the way.
Find the new way.
Yeah.
Because so many people, there's no right or wrong way. People are making it so many different ways. Nobody's made it the same.
Yeah, that's very true.
So
man.
it's like you kind of almost gotta foresee the next trend.
Yeah,
or,
you gotta always be a step ahead.
Yeah. You know
And so
what I'm saying?
I think
or
that's
get in that window when you, not that, you need to try to do whatever is working for somebody else. But I'm just saying, like, every 2 years, it's like a different trend. You know what I'm saying? So, like.
Well, I was gonna say this too. I mean, I think it's good that you said that, because really, when you think about, like, me and Curtis, we're a little bit older, and it's just like, I mean, we're not that old, but what I'm saying is we came from an era like, you had pre-internet, you had one formula, you had one thing, you follow this thing, it works. You know what I'm saying? So now, like you said, people are doing it so many ways. Yeah. What you did today might work for you today, but it may not work for tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right.
Because it's changing so rapidly.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers going viral. And it's I don't want to get too deep, but I'm just saying, like, with this hip hop shit, you got what they call black appropriation. You got hip hop appropriation.
Oh yeah.
And you see motherfuckers like, the girl who went viral on the Dr. Phil show.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
just
yeah,
one
yeah.
example.
Right.
She showed out, got a little buzz, went viral.
Got
She
a
had,
record
she,
deal.
had a, she had a bunch of attention. She had viewers, but she didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
She didn't know what to do with her audience. Okay, so what else am I gonna do? I don't have no real talent. I had no business skills, no marketing skills. Let me just rap.
Right.
And that's what everybody else does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And we allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
Black people, white people, Hispanic people, we all allowed it to happen. And she ended up getting a record deal. Regardless, if you was talking about her, you was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? If you was sharing it, you was a part of it. And
well, I agree with you. I kind of have to disagree, because you got to understand, the people, the powers that be, we don't have no control of that as far as what's out and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got all these record labels and stuff that are owned by, like, old white decrepit men.
right.
I'm not going to say, I'll just say small hat, because I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be confused being anti-Semitic, but you know what I'm saying? Most of those guys, they own that stuff. And they put, that's the one, they put that
This
out.
was after she had the talk built around her name. That's when they invested. And she had the talk built around her name because motherfuckers was cracking jokes on Twitter. And then it caught fuel and it blew up, man. But that's what I'm just saying, like, everyone wants to be black and use hip hop and be a part of hip hop, but they don't want to defend us when it comes to our struggles and racial injustices and But that's another conversation. I ain't gonna get too deep. But
Yeah, we can talk about that all day. But let me ask you this. So, how long have you been doing hip hop music? Like, when did you get started? Was it more of a recent thing, or have you been doing it for a while, like since you were a kid, or anything like that?
Yeah, I've always. I started rapping like my senior year in high school, so like 17, 18.
Okay.
So about 10 years.
Okay.
But I didn't start taking it seriously until like 2013.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, actually, like, doing shows and trying to, brand myself and,
get your name out there.
really putting out projects. I say, like, end of 2012, 2013 is when I started, like, really doing it.
Okay.
Now, show-wise, where have you traveled? Like, as far, I know you've probably been here, but I mean, have you been out of state? Or?
Yeah. I've been pretty much everywhere, bro.
Okay.
For a while, I was, and I touched back on this, because some of the people probably watching, they probably hear me talk about this a lot, but it's just like, I'm not on that platform, so I have to, like, I have to explain it to different people who don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been on tour, I've been co-signed by a couple people.
Okay.
I've had some industry people, big brother me, mentors, things like that. So I've opened up for different people. Yeah, California, New York, Philly, I mean, pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't done shows in a while just because, like, I've been taking time to kind of refine my sound. And
you got to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do that because it's important, like you said, if you want to bring quality music to people, you know, you want to take time to just, like you said, not just throw anything out.
And that's how I felt at the time. Like,
Yeah.
I was doing shows, like, sometimes I'd be doing like 4 shows a week in different cities.
Yeah.
You know, this is before I had kids, obviously.
Yeah.
I was way younger with a lot less responsibility, so it was easy to just get up and go
Yeah.
to fucking New York or, you know, Philly, Atlanta, whatever. So I was doing a lot of shows, but I wasn't satisfied with my music. Even though people were giving me a lot of good feedback, you know what I'm saying? I still wasn't satisfied.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to be the guy, you know, people could relate to. Like I said, I want people to be able to play my music in the shower, road trips, parties, cookouts, weddings, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still growing, I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to. I mean, you know, I was a lot different when I was younger. You know, I'm old now, I'm 29, so you know, it's been a long time since high school. You know, high school was like, you know, 10, 11 years ago for me, you know, so I'm old now, you know, 29, you know, I'm up there, man. I'm feeling like, you know. But, you know, one of these days when I get to the 40s and stuff, man, I don't know, man.
One of these days.
Now, this guy's old, you know what I mean? I always like 40.
Yeah, I'm about 105 years old, but I look like I'm 22 and a half.
Nah.
But,
y'all know I'm up there in the age, you know. I'm in my 40s now, so, you know, I wear it pretty good. But I'm in my 40s now.
Black don't crack.
Yeah, man.
damn right it don't.
Ain't cracking.
But yeah, and tell people about like your social media and where they can find you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Tell them where you at.
You can just go to my website, cpittofficial.com. It's all up there. All the social media icons is right there on the home screen. It's very easy to navigate.
C Pitt Official?
cpittofficial.com.
Okay.
So like Brad Pitt, but C Pitt.
There you go.
C.Pitt. So all my social media is the same: Twitter, Instagram, at C Pitt Official. And like I said, you know, to visit the other stuff, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that shit. Just go to cpittofficial.com. Everything's on the home screen. Easy to do. And yeah, shit.
Oh, let me go back to something you were talking about. You know, old girl from the Dr. Phil. You know, talking about like she got all this talent and all that stuff.
No, I said she didn't have talent.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But what I'm saying is she didn't have the people and everything to really promote. What
Well,
do you feel?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, what do you feel is the difference between like, you know, artists now? Because, you know, coming up, because I listened in the 80s and 90s era.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, I think there was, what's my man's name that played in Juice?
Omar S.
Yeah, well, he was talking about like, yeah, you know, at one time there was a point where, you know, talents and stuff, like the people that scouted up, they kind of groomed the artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the artist was like
artist development.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. And I feel like that's what's missing today.
So how would you do that in like 2019?
Well, I tell you one thing. Last year I actually spoke to some execs at I went to Def Jam.
Okay.
I went to Universal, and I went to Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And I'm talking about, I just went out there to damn see.
Yeah.
There's some people that I know who are affiliated with some of those people. That's half of the reason why I went. The other half was like, all right, well, while I'm out here, I'm gonna hit up these other buildings and fucking just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And I was just fucking standing outside like, yo, who do I need to talk to? Yo, who can I get in touch with? Yo, da-da-da-da-da. Just trying to get some leads. And a lot of them, you know, I did speak to a couple of people, and a lot of them who work in that business, you know, they all said the same thing. They want people who already have that internet buzz. They want people who already have that fan base, because now everything is so fast paced, especially with the internet. They want to go straight into putting you out. They want to go straight into selling units. They want to go straight into making that revenue back. And
like you said, because you got a 2-year.
They don't feel like building stars anymore.
Yeah.
Like you said, the 80s and the 90s, they had artist development.
Yeah.
They're not doing artist development anymore. They're trying to hurry up and put that artist out so they can start making money as soon as possible. So if we put you through artist development, you're gonna be on the bench for like a year or two.
Right.
Then we gotta wait 2 years. You just sitting. You know what I'm saying? We spending money on studio time, spending money on artist development. We're not making nothing back. So that's how the labels are looking at it now. So they want you to already come with it, come with a fan base, and that's just what it is. Unless you know somebody.
Yeah.
And I know people who have gotten signed and shit who just knew motherfuckers in the game.
Yeah.
And they put them on, you know?
That's what's up, man. Hey, and real quick, don't forget, y'all, like, share, subscribe on pages. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters,
One more time. Like, share, subscribe.
I gotta do the Dr.
Is there gonna be like a little button?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, wherever
the
put
button is,
subscribe right
it
here.
might be over here, it might be over there.
All right.
Make sure you hit it, follow, like, all of that. Get the notifications, you know what I mean? So you'll be the first to know when we drop something or go live, you know what I mean? So we appreciate all the love y'all give us, but, you know, we want to just remind y'all, like, share, subscribe. Let me ask you about your top 5 favorite rappers of all time. Who would that be if you have one?
I don't even have one.
Oh, okay.
I got like a top 5 like of that decade. I got like a top 5 of this decade. I got like a top 5 who flow like this. I got like a top 5 who do this. You know,
So who'd be your top 5 from like 2010 to 2020?
For this decade?
Yeah, let's do
Definitely
it.
got to put Drake up there.
Okay.
First and foremost. That's the GOAT. Top 5. There's so many new artists that I like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like, you know, anybody you think
I don't want to
stand
sound
out,
corny
you
or
know?
cliche, but no, I really did listen to Juice WRLD. Rest in peace, like, because he was one of those artists where I felt like he had that crossover appeal.
Yeah.
He was hip hop, but he was making songs with like Ellie Goulding and stuff like that. So he was about to crossover.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I like the way he flow. Who else? New guys. I really like Trippie Redd.
Okay.
He's dope. I ain't gonna say top 5 because my top 5 change all the time. So I'm gonna just tell you who I like.
That's what I was saying.
that
before
works.
mine
That
changed.
works.
Like,
That works.
this is not top 5. This is any order.
We need to flash that across the
Nah,
not top 5. You know he asked that question. Not. Repeat.
There's a lot of new guys. I mean, I like Russ. I'm naming all the commercial guys.
Okay.
I don't really listen to a lot of. I listen to a lot of my homeboys too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's a lot of new rappers out here. I like a lot of the melody rap. I like a lot of the new young guys. Kodak Black, he's dope. You know. So that sounds pretty generic, but I mean, those guys are dope. I like them.
I mean, Kodak Black, he's all right for me. He drops something every now and then, and I'm like, okay, I like that one. But
Yeah.
most of his stuff I'm not as into, I have to admit. And it's not just because I'm older, but I do appreciate a little more lyricism in my hip hop. And it don't have to be like battle rap, but just a little more. I feel like it needs a little more substance. So he's chill, but he's somebody I have to really be in the mood to really listen to. You know what I mean? I could vibe out a little more on a regular basis to somebody like a Nas or you know what I mean, a Redman or something like that. You know. But yeah, I like Kodak, but he's just not somebody I would listen to on a regular basis.
Yeah,
you know?
I wouldn't say his whole catalog. He's definitely got the select songs that I like from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of it, like you said, I kind of gotta have a taste for it.
Yeah.
At the time, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of dope new guys that I like, man.
Yeah. Anybody else you want to shout out as far as the new guys or any of your homies you want to shout out?
There's a lot of people in the city. One rapper, Ramel Shakur, that's definitely, y'all know Ramel? That's definitely one of the rappers out here who is definitely like I actually listen to. You know what I'm saying? So
Ramel Shakur, we're gonna look for you, my man.
Y'all check him out. It's a lot of guys I'm probably forgetting, but yeah, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all dope.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So, quick question. What kind of inspired you to get into hip hop? You know, as far as when you first got into it, like, was it a song you heard, or was it certain people that you looked up to as as people in the music
It
industry?
was all that, man.
All of that?
I feel like hip hop grabbed everybody the same.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was just struggles, black struggles. You know, my older brother did music. My older brother made beats.
Okay.
I was actually making beats before I was rapping. I was making beats at 12 years old because my brother did it.
Yeah.
Plus, I did like band, you know what I'm saying, in high school. middle
Okay,
school.
what instrument you play?
I played a lot of different instruments: saxophone, trumpet, mellophone,
I was a tuba guy.
baritone. Yeah, but they had me from woodwinds to brass. You know what I'm saying? Self-taught myself guitar, so I play guitar a little bit. I'm not amazing, but I can do a couple little riffs. You know what I mean? So I feel I've been musically inclined, but hip hop. I always listen to hip hop. I was listening to Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, all that shit. 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old. We all were, you know what I'm saying? It's always been a part of my life, but I didn't start rapping for real till like high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then people was like, oh, you got a nice little flow, you need to record, da 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 da. So
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I started rapping, because people was like, yo, you should record. So I did it. And then, you know, got a little momentum. And I was like, all right, let me see if I can try to actually rap well. Anybody can rap, but I was like, all right, let me see if I can rap well.
Make a full song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
make a full song, ride the pockets. You
Right.
know?
That's true, because that's how it started off for me. I would kick little verses and, you know, or freestyles, and people would want to battle, and then after a while, it was like, you might want to try a whole song, you know what I mean? And I was like, I don't know, and I started working with it, so you kind of graduate to different levels. So
I don't think I was good, though. I feel like people, a lot of it, what it was just potential.
Okay.
They just saw potential.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong
And
with
then
that.
try it and see if you can do it well. That's what I tried. And, you know, I'm still not satisfied. I'm still trying to grow. But it's a sport. I love it. It's therapy, you know. It's fun. It is what it is. So I'm definitely going to keep doing it. I've invested a lot. You know, people hit me up. They talk about, oh, your song helped me get through my day, or, you know.
Okay.
Oh, that's
you
what's
know,
up. Yeah, we got to clap that.
people from
from
France and all types of shit. You know, it's crazy that how we're all so connected. It's crazy what the internet does, but like it's even crazier how, you know, just shit in your head. You know what I'm saying? People can just vibe to it. You just put it out like that. And it's dope. It's a blessing.
Hey, we hope to hear a lot more from you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, and you're welcome to come back to Triad Hip Hop. We you know, we're trying to grow our podcast just like you're trying to grow as an artist. So, you know, in 5 years, I'm sure we'll be looking back on this and be like, you know, C Pitt, you know, remember he was on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And I do a little acting on the side, trying to get into it. So I do background and stuff for like a couple TV shows. So go on Hulu, check me out. I'm on a couple shows on there. Good Behavior, Reprisal. I'm on some other stuff coming out, Walking Dead, things like that. So I do background, hopefully trying to get, you know, in the front, you know what I'm saying, supporting role maybe, you know, we'll see what happens. So I'm just going with the momentum. But music is always going to be a thing. Hip hop's always going to be a thing. I'm always put out music, so.
Yeah, one of our homeboys, Kick Boy Triple, he does a little bit of rapping and acting, so you know he's been on the show before.
Yeah.
You know,
what's his name?
Kick Boy Triple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else y'all know out here in Greensboro? What do y'all like?
A kid named Young Ron. He's the son of the legendary DJ Ron G. From New York, but he's here now in the Triad. He's really good. He's been on the show.
DJ Ron G. I've heard that name.
Yeah. Biggie mentioned him a couple times.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, but Ron G, he still does his thing. He's still DJing. He's just, you know, not big in this era. But he's got a good social media presence. Kind of like K Capri. You know, he still do his thing on social media and all that good stuff. But his son lives here. He goes by Young Ron, Y-U-N-G, Ron. And he's dope. Kick Boy Triple. You know, there's some good artists coming out, man. We met a lot when we went to the Rock the Mic thing. We went down to Statesville and met a lot of good artists down there. Some of them were from here,
Yeah.
So yeah, man. We try to just help people get their name out there and help us grow at the same time. So, you know, you can share our page if you want. Follow the page.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I appreciate y'all having me. I definitely
appreciate having me.
Yeah, we on Instagram, we on Facebook, YouTube.
You never know who's watching, so it's like, you know.
Exactly. We just got on Twitter, too, so we're on there. Triad Hip Hop Podcast, so check us out.
So what's the goal, you know what I'm saying, like, for y'all, you know?
Well, I know for
Besides
me,
unifying people, you want to unify people through the podcast.
mm-hmm.
Other things like do y'all like are y'all involved with any like events around here? Or, I don't really know.
We're trying to get to that
Yeah.
point where we get more involved in events.
Yeah.
But right now, we just like to chop it up about hip hop and just keep the real culture alive and not just be.
I think this is a good platform, a good idea.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because
it ain't always about doing shows and,
Right.
and shit.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
why I don't want people. That's why and I don't like to sound arrogant or like I know it all, but I'm just saying like sometimes you got to ask yourself what's effective
Yeah.
and what's not effective.
Yeah, we try to remind people
you
of
wanna-
all the original elements of hip hop, like
Right.
the breakdancing,
Right.
DJing,
Yeah.
graffiti art, and
Yeah.
all of that to
Right.
keep that part of the culture still alive. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we like to chop it up on all that stuff, man,
Yeah.
and some of the new stuff too. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we want to just keep that real organic spirit of hip hop
Yeah.
alive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
And then too, also just that you doing your interview and stuff. Maybe like when you get your big break and you're doing a big interview, maybe I'm not saying that you need practice. You're good. You know what I'm saying as far as
everybody could use
but
it.
yeah, everybody could.
Yeah. I don't have any
mean,
media training I could
yeah.
do.
And honestly, this helps us out too because
Yeah.
we want to try to be able to ask the questions,
Yeah.
be able to
Yeah.
So that's our thing with
For
that.
sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's mainly it, man. We try to help people and tell them, help us out as much as you can. Spread the word about our channel. Shout us out, whatever you can. You know what I mean? So that's all we ask. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So, but I think that was pretty much it. Did you have some more questions for him?
I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we're
Okay,
good.
and don't forget the website cpittofficial.com.
CPitofficial.com.
So, you're going to find all of his social medias up there, all his music and all of that, all the links you need. I've listened to some of his stuff on YouTube, so, he sounds dope. And hopefully we'll be able to hear some more. And anytime, man, that you want to come back on the show, let us know. If you want to promote something, just say, hey, can I stop through and promote this? You know what I mean? We're happy to have you, man.
All right. When I come back, let's definitely do that. Let's talk more.
Yeah.
I appreciate the love.
And next time we're gonna have some grilled cheese sandwiches for you.
You know what I mean?
Grilled cheese
So
sandwich.
we appreciate all y'all love for episode 103. This is Kurt Dog, Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is
Howie
and this is one more time.
C Pitt.
C Pitt.
and my
sir.
man
Kurt Dog.
and
Howie.
damn, I kind of fucked that
I think
up.
we already
We
said
gonna edit that shit up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
Anyway, so Triad Hip Hop
subscribe,
Podcast. Yes, sir.
subscribe.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all.
All right.
peace.